So, Pranam, Assalamu alaikum, Sat Sri Akal, Hallelujah, Shalom. So, I wanted to say that what does worry accomplish? You see, past is gone, and remunerating over past is is totally futile, and it cannot be undone. Control Z. There is no control Z. So the future uh, anxiety, it does not accomplish anything. Whatever was bound to happen happened. Whatever is uh, happening was bound to happen, and whatever will happen is bound to happen. Now, in this illusion of free will, we can do our job. And what are we supposed to do? That's our duties towards ourselves and our families. And this is the subjective illusion of free will. But it's not fatalism. Fatalism is that I will sit with my folded hands and everything will come to me. It is all written by God, it's destiny. No. There is theory of causality. I will feel hunger and I will do something about that. Now, the hunger will become a cause of me working and buying food and cooking that and eating that. So I am not free in an actual sense. There was a cause of my action, and I opine that if there is a cause behind my intentions and actions, so I'm not free. So, libertarian free will is totally, I guess, it's not correct. And compatibilism is a kind of hodgepodge, or I mean to say that they say that determinism is there, but still we are free. No, that's not logical. If there is determinism, there is no free will. So, but that doesn't mean we can't take actions. We will be prompted to take action by the preceding causes, and that is deterministic. For example, I gave the example of hunger. I will give another example. Many people molest and torture, even kill little kids. So they do it. Uh, they think they are free to do it, but actually, their biology and environment prompts them to do that. I cannot even think about that gruesome and barbaric act. So I'm not free to do that. Okay, so now you will say, what about the criminal justice? What about the courts and punishments and reward? And how can we? What will be the deterrence of criminals not to act on their crimes? So I will say that there should be rehabilitative justice, or even if we punish the criminals, it will become a cause for other potential criminals not to act in a criminal illegal manner. So it's a tactic. We cannot blame anybody, anything, not God, not universe. We cannot, not people, not animals. We cannot blame anybody if earthquake comes or if hurricanes come or anything. So What does it do? It creates a kind of compassion in our hearts that uh, they couldn't help, he couldn't, or she couldn't, or they couldn't help themselves. But you see, I will give another example. If a rabid dog or an uh, insane dog is very aggressive and hurting people, we have to neutralize it, and we can kill him or her or it in a merciful manner, mercy killing. That has to be done, otherwise, there will be havoc in the society. But we don't morally blame that dog. So, our biology and our environment determine our intentions and actions. Now, that is determinism. That's not fatalism. Fatalism is totally different. That is, fatalism is supernatural, it's metaphysical. But determinism is empirical, it's observable, it has been proven repeatedly in repeated experimentations. So now the first question I raised was, what does worry accomplish? Now, I'm not talking about clinically depressed patients or who have extreme chronic clinical anxiety, but normal day to day stress and worry, that doesn't accomplish anything. But there are ways to manage depression and anxiety. I will not talk about the greater issues like bipolar or even greater than that, schizophrenia. They can be also managed though. First of all, we will go to clinical psychologist, and she or he will do therapy, or we can meditate, mindfulness, vipassana, zazen. We can extend this mindfulness throughout our waking state. But then if it doesn't help, we have to go to a psychiatrist who will give the safer SSRI, SNRI medications like venlafaxine, or escitalopram, or sertraline, or fluoxetine. That will be for long term, and till that kicks in, usually antidepressants, safer antidepressants today start to work after 3 to 4 weeks. Till then, a psychiatrist will prescribe short-term benzodiazepines, but they are highly addictive and body becomes resistant, and we have to take more and more. But that's for short term. When SSRI kicks in, we can taper down these benzodiazepines. So I'm not belittling the mental disorder. Even I myself am suffering from generalized anxiety disorder, extreme worry about future anxiety about myself or about my family, or if that happens, if this happens. And I'm functioning properly primarily because of medication, psychiatric prescribed medication. And psychiatric meds don't cure the diseases, it suppresses the symptoms. So some can taper down and quit and live normal lives because their mental disease was not that harsh. Others, like me, have to take it for a very long time. I'm taking these medicines 2011, and when my mother died in I mean, when my mother passed away, it aggravated, and also it aggravated with financial loss and other immaturities and other things. So whenever I try to taper down the medication, there were withdrawal symptoms, but I know the actual disease is there, because even while taking these antidepressants, I'm still suffering from, you know, clinical anxiety and dysthymia and mood disorders, etc., etc. So now we can manage clinical depression, bipolar disorder, clinical anxiety, even schizophrenia. Uh, we can manage if we take antipsychotics, antidepressants, and we will try to make our environment, or our loved ones will try to make our environment feasible for us to feel comfortable. So both these things, psychological techniques and medication, will help. So, but now the core philosophical question is that if we brood over the past, or would have, could have, should have, that doesn't help at all. And if we fear, worry about future, because life is uncertain, that worry won't help at all. It will deteriorate the situation. It will weaken us when the situations, harsh situations, will come ahead. It will weaken us. So that's what I wanted to say. Uh, and don't expect 100%. You give your best, but don't ever expect 100% accurate results. You see, in Bhagavad Gita, it's attributed to Krishna. Maybe my Sanskrit pronunciation will not be that good. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phale turbur mate sangosa vikarmani. That you perform your duty, but don't think about fruits or the results of your duty. You do karma yoga, you act, you perform your duty without expecting reward or anything. That will be a byproduct. You will either, you see, some people do good and they still get bad things done to them. But you see, categorical imperative, Immanuel Kant. That's what Bhagavad Gita says. It says that perform your duty without thinking about the results. The results, the thinking of the results should not stop you from performing your duty. So we should not expect 100% results, because you see, God does whatever He wills, and we cannot overpower God's will, or whatever you want to call that, nature, universe, existence. So we can think anything, that we will accomplish this, we will accomplish that. We have to give our best, but then we shouldn't expect 100% results, because when expectations are not fulfilled, uh, trauma and shock is experienced. So these are some days of life. One day we are all going to die, we, our loved ones. So this is a short span of time, tiny, teeny tiny span of time, as compared to the eternity of the universe, the existence. So, how will you want to live this life? And when you will be on your deathbed, will you be satisfied? So, I suggest, if a normal person is feeling worry, anxiety, would it help? No. Now, if there is mental illness, they can treat themselves through meditation, medication, exercise, good environment, and when they are functioning in a good manner. But if they still worry, if they still have some minor stresses, would it help? No. So, uh, that is what I wanted to say. Uh, I hope you got the point. I'm saying it first myself, and then whoever listens. Bye bye.